The day the sun stood still, the land of Canaan trembled with war. Smoke rose in the distance where cities burned. And 5 mighty kings of the Amorites had bound their forces together, a vast tide of warriors surging like locusts upon the land. They marched against Gibeon, a city under covenant with Israel, thinking to break both the city and the word of the Lord's servant Joshua. Joshua, son of Nun, stood upon the ridge at Gilgal. The morning sun painted his armor in fire as he gazed toward the valley. His men, weary yet unbroken, tightened their grips on sword and spear. Though outnumbered, their hearts burned with a holy flame. They did not march alone. That night, a shadow stretched long. The Lord spoke to Joshua.
Do not be afraid of them, for I have given them into your hand. Not one of them shall stand before you.
At once Joshua rose. By moonlight, the army of Israel advanced, silent as the desert wind. Across the wilderness, they marched through the watches of the night, till the dawn broke and the armies clashed in fury. Steel rang against steel. The shouts of war echoed across the hills. But the hand of the Lord was heavy upon the Amorites. Confusion fell upon them. They fled before Israel's charge. Then the heavens themselves joined the battle. From above, hailstones as vast as shattered rock rained down upon the fleeing king's armies. Thunder rolled like the voice of judgment. The earth itself seemed to tremble. More perished by the storm of heaven than by the sword of Israel. But the day waned. The sun slid across the sky, and still the battle raged. Joshua's heart burned with holy urgency. If darkness fell, the enemy would scatter, and the victory would not be complete. Then Joshua lifted his face to the heavens. In the sight of Israel, in the hearing of his warriors, he raised his voice like the roar of a lion. Sun, stand still over Gibeon, and moon over the valley of Ajalon. The world held its breath. The clash of battles slowed, as though time itself bent to listen. Then a wonder beyond all wonders, the sun halted in the sky. Its golden fire froze above Gibeon. The moon lingered, pale and silent, over the valley. The hours stretched, but the day did not pass. Light itself obeyed the command of the Lord. Strength surged through the men of Israel. With renewed might they pressed forward, driving the Amorites before them. Kings fell, armies shattered, cities trembled, and all the while, the unsetting sun blazed upon the battlefield, as though heaven itself leaned down to watch the triumph of the Lord. Never before, and never since, has there been a day like that, when the sun stood still, and the Lord listened to the voice of a man. For the battle was not Israel's alone. The Lord himself fought for his people.